What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Chyna doll, and I am back with another motherfucking video. Okay? Pardon me, I'm just trying out new intros. But thank you so much for clicking this freaking video. And you did the right thing because it's about to get motherfucking spicy. So, as you can tell by the title, today we're going to be doing another story time. Pardon my language. This isn't a video meant for kids. I'm sorry, because I'm gonna be cussing. I was verbally abused in the street by a 50-looking-year-old guy because I didn't want to talk to him, because I called him out on his bullshit. Now, before I get into the story time, I want to start this video off with a message to all women, all ages. It doesn't matter, because we all get verbally harassed by men. So, one thing I would like to say is that if you've never been through anything like this, great for you. But I know most of you guys watching right now, you've went through situations like this and you can relate. You're gonna realize that you're gonna have to start speaking up for yourself in the street. No one is going to give you respect unless you demand it. No one's gonna stop bothering you, period, if you don't say anything about it. So with that being said, let's get into this video. So this was about, I can't tell you guys the exact date, but I remember this day like it was yesterday. So, I am from New York. I am from Brooklyn, New York. For those of you who are not from here, it is a very dangerous borough. New York City, period, is not a city to be played with. Y'all ever seen that video where it shows you like, oh, what people think New York is like versus what it's really like? This is really one of those stories. So yeah, I constantly have to deal with guys calling me out my name, requesting things from me without even knowing me, feeling like they have some entitlement over me when they don't know me from a hole in a wall. So this is just the environment that I live in. And this is just one of those times where I literally had no choice but to adapt to my environment. In my soul, I am a very sweet, a very kind, caring, loving person. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I've definitely changed my ways. And personally, I feel like I changed for the better. I don't feel like staying quiet is something that's good. You know what I'm saying? Especially when people take advantage of that. So I did change. I did build a hard exterior around myself to protect myself from the outside world. Like when I leave my house, my face is like this. Real stink. And that's just my defense mechanism, because I don't want anyone getting the wrong idea. But they still do anyway. So let me stop chatting, let me get into the video, right? So it was one day, I was in my house, and it was about maybe like 8:30 or 9, right? And I needed to go take some money off my card, or put money on my card. I can't remember which one of the two. But the bank was all the way probably like 5 blocks away. Now, thinking about it, I probably could have just waited to the next day, but I don't know, for some reason I was just really in a hurry, and I never went through something like this before for me to feel like I can't walk the streets at that time. So I decided I was gonna go to the bank, and that was the time frame. I was walking down my block, and I was walking down the block, right? And before I got to the corner, my energy, like, as I've been getting older, I've been really becoming more keen with my vibes and like just people's energies, and catching on to like why my energy has changed. One thing I will tell you guys is listen to your body. Your body can pick up on evil vibrations. So when I was walking, already my mindset when I walk the streets, I have tunnel vision. Like, I'm not worried about, I'm not outside looking for nobody. I'm not expecting to be in nobody's faces, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just here, I wanna go from A to B. So I'm walking down the block, and before I touch the corner, I look on the other side of the block, and I see two guys at the corner. One of the guys is not really paying too much attention to me, but the other guy, he's like grilling me. Like he's literally staring at me like a hawk. Like before I can even hit the corner, he was looking at me probably like 20 steps before I even got to the corner. So I used my peripheral vision and I had caught on to that without actually having to dead stare in his face. So I already prepared myself to be stared down like a fucking hawk. You know, like this is just something that I go through with just guys do this, period. Like they really have a problem with staring. Like they do not care. Like they will look at you dead in your face and keep looking at you. So I didn't pay it no mind. Like I just kept on walking. And once I touched the corner and I got stopped by the light because other cars were coming. So I'm still looking at the side of my eye. This man is still watching me. So I guess he took that opportunity while I was standing at the corner waiting for the light to approach me. So I literally see him walking, like say I'm right here, right? He's on that side of the block. He walks all the way to the corner where I am, right? So okay. I feel like I have to explain these steps because as I'm talking about it, like it was just so much red flags that I should have noticed, and I should have, you know, possibly just went back home. Like I should have just went back home. But okay. I watched him as he walked up to me. Like I'm looking at him walk up to me. And I'm looking at his face because I don't know him from a hole in the wall, you know what I'm saying? So before he could get maybe like 2 steps closer to me, I turned to him. I said, "What are you doing?" So he's looking at me and he's like, "Oh, what are you talking about? I'm crossing the street. I'm going to the chicken spot," because there was a chicken spot right there. So then I said to him, I'm like, "Well, you're walking up on me like you know me or something." "Oh, ain't nobody walking up on you, da 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 da." I can't even really tell you like word for word what happened, you guys, because when I get into heated situations, I low-key black out. Like I won't remember what I said because I'm just so angry, I'm so heated, right? So once I told him like, "Yo, you're walking up on me like you know me." So once he said to me, "Oh, ain't nobody worried about you. I'm going to the store. Fuck is you talking about?" I'm sorry for my language, y'all, but I gotta speak that way to let y'all really feel that energy he was having, right? "Oh, I'm going to the fucking store. Don't nobody want you, you dirty bitch." Hold on. Pause. Pause. Stop the motherfucking music. Now, number one, I've never been dirty in my life. I've never been a dirty bitch. I've never been a hoe. I've never been a groupie. I've never been in niggas' face. I never begged. I never asked nobody for no fucking shit. Listen, not to say it like that, but I grew up not wanting for nothing, okay? My mom always made sure she did everything for me. I didn't never have to ask nobody or kiss nobody's ass or be in nobody's face for nothing. So for the fact that he comes out his mouth calling me a dirty bitch, nigga, do you know me from anywhere? Do I know you? So once he said that, y'all, it was on and popping. I fucking had it. Cause mind you, I go through situations like this all the time, but this was the very first time that a nigga ever called me a bitch. He ever called me out my name. Like he was literally talking down to me like I was antagonizing him. He was the one that fucking approached me. And since I caught you in your lies, since I peeped what you was doing, I shut your shit down. I didn't want to be bothered with you. And I told you to carry on about your motherfucking night. You want to get mad because you're an insecure little boy. Obviously, you have no control over your life, so you think you gonna walk these streets and tell me about my motherfucking self. Mind you, I stepped away from him, right? I turned the fuck around. I said, "So now you want to call me a dirty bitch because I don't want to talk to you?" So I started laughing like, literally, y'all, this is how I was. "So now you want to call me a dirty bitch because I don't want to talk to you?" I said, "Nigga, fuck you. I don't gotta fucking speak to you." And I'm not gonna lie, I can't even really remember, but I know I hurt his heart. And you want to know why I hurt his heart? Because this is what he did. After he called me out of my name first, literally he's so loud, like he's somebody's father. Once he started getting loud, I started getting loud, and it clicked for me. I wasn't just about to sit here and let you talk to me crazy. No, I'm gonna go head to toe with you. So I started screaming in the fucking street. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. You's a dirty nigga. You don't know me for no fucking hood. I said I live over here. This is my fucking hood. I fucking live here. So me and him is arguing back and forth. So as I'm walking away, like I'm talking my shit while I'm walking away. So once I peeped that, I'm like, oh, you one of those types. You don't know when to stop. I called my mother. So I got on the phone with my mom. I'm like, Ma, like, is this man in the street? He's mad because I didn't want to talk to him. He calling me a dirty bitch. He calling me all types of bitches, calling me out my name. As I'm on the phone, I'm not even paying him no mind. Honestly, I was just calling my mother to have someone on the phone with me so that just in case anything happens, someone knows where I am. Someone knows what's going on, because God forbid anything could have happened to me, right? So as I'm on the phone, he's screaming. He's like, oh, call whoever you want. I'ma be right here. Da 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 da. Like he talking like he talking that talk. He talking like he's like that. Oh, you want that type of timing? So once it was on that type of timing, I'm like, Ma, like I'm gonna need you to come down the block, because he talking about, oh, he right here. He with the shits. Like basically like he with the shits. You know what I'm saying? So you already know my mom is already on time, and she like, I'm getting dressed, I'm coming down the block, where you at? Like she told me to like continue walking to the bank, like don't stay right there, she coming, like she coming. So mind you, as I'm on the phone, he's walking on the other side of the block and literally following me. He didn't stop till almost I got to the corner and got to the other block. So that just shows you how hard he was going. Like, you really upset, you really big mad, like you're big mad that I called you out on your fucking perverted activities. He's a fucking pervert. You wanna know how I know he was a fucking pervert? Because once he approached me, he had a whole fucking gray beard, y'all. A whole gray beard, whole gray dreads, everything. Like, I know you're like 50 something years old. Why are you talking to me like this? Number one, I'm not your daughter. Number two, I don't know you. And number three, like, you're not about to be disrespecting me in the street. He stopped following me. But mind you, he kept talking shit. Oh, I'm gonna be right here. Call whoever you want. Da 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 da, right? When I had got about like a block away, once I hit like that second block corner, my mom called me back. She like, yo, how he look? Oh, I skipped that part, I'm sorry. So as I was walking, my mom was like, she coming downstairs. She was asking me like how he looked. I told her his description. I told her what he had on. I told her what corner he was at. So once she came down the block, mind you, my mom came down the block with literally everybody. I didn't see it, but once I got back to the block, they was telling me. So my mom came down the block with literally everybody, like ready to get it. Cause like, you're not finna be playing with my daughter. Like, are you dumb? Like, are you dumb? You're never gonna press me like that, right? So once my mother got down the block, she called me like, oh, how he look? I'm telling her how he look. I'm like, Ma, he was literally right there. Like, literally, like, it was probably about like 5 minutes, bro. Like, he was off the corner. Off the fucking corner, bro. She got me thinking I'm bugging. I'm like, Ma, like, he had on such and such. Like, he was just there. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I was literally in disbelief that he ran, like, that he was not where he said he was gonna be. Like, he was talking that shit, talking about, oh, I'ma be right here. I'ma be right here. Call whoever you want. All of that, y'all. So then I'm on the phone with my mother. I'm like, Ma, like, he's not there. Like, what you mean? Like, he was talking hot. Like, he was talking spicy. Like, I really thought, like, I was so, like, yo, I didn't even want to go to the bank no more. So I was literally rushing to the bank so I could get back to the corner because it was about to be a brawl. Like, no funny shit, because nobody's about to put their hand on my mother. You already know I'm jumping in. So, period. So my mother telling me like, oh, he not here. Like, he not here. He must have done dipped off. So by that time, niggas was putting 2 to 2 and 2 together, like, oh, like, that's such and such, like, I know who that is. And come to find out, like, he pulls stuff like this all the time. Like, he must be a hood known pedophile. Like, he does this to a bunch of other girls, like, and he likes young girls. Like, that's what they told me. This nigga was a whole ass pedophile. No wonder he's acting like this, because I don't know if he approaches girls and they talk to him, but he was so mad that I did not want to talk to him, 1. And 2, I called him out on his lie. Oh yeah, I forgot that. When he was like, oh, I'm going to the chicken spot or whatever, once I crossed the street and he started talking and going off, I was like, oh, I thought you was going to the chicken spot. Oh, you wasn't going there, right? You was coming over there to be in my face, right? So he was tight. He was tight and he was PUSSY. Period. All talk. All of that, you backing me down. Like, you following me in the street when I'm by myself. But when it's time for me to call people and I'm not by myself, you know where to be found. Everybody just went back up the block. I walked back up the block. And it did not end there. Because that's not how, like, my family is. Like, one thing about me, bro, and everybody noticed about me, I don't start trouble, bro. I don't walk around thinking I'm big and bad. Like, I don't be in people's faces. Like, stuff like this don't happen to me. So the fact that this happened, like, everyone was heated. My mom was heated. My brother's father was heated. Like, everybody really wanted his head. Like, nah, we gonna talk to this nigga. This is not just about to, oh, fly away. Oh, it's okay until we see him again. No. So literally when I got back upstairs, I told my mom the story. I told him what had happened. Everybody was literally like trying to get his number. Like, yo, we about to find out who he is. No, we about to talk about this. You about to understand that I don't give a fuck who you be talking to on the street, but you're not gonna be talking to Chyna like that. You're not gonna be talking to me like that. And I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This was like the first time that I ever called my mom, like telling her about a situation like this, because like I said, I deal with this all the time. I deal with rejecting guys and them being salty about it, but this was the first time that, like, he just took it to a whole nother level. Long story short, we found out who he was, what his name was, where he be at, and we found his number, right? So the next morning, my brother father ended up speaking to him. Oh, she started getting crazy for no reason. I wasn't even bothering her. Literally tried to spin the whole story like I was the one that started problems with him, which is a lie. And everyone knew that was a lie, because like I said, I don't move like that in the street. When I'm in the street, I don't even be wanting to talk to people. Like, it really just be like that. Like, I don't be in nobody's faces, bro. I go to where I'm going and I come back home. So once he said that, everybody knew he was cap. You're lying. You're copping the plea. And you shaking. You shaking and you scared. He even tried to say he didn't even call me out my name. Like, just straight up lying. Like, that's just bad. Like, how you out here lying? Everyone seen you. Like, we seen you. So anyway, my brother's father spoke to him, and long story short, he told him like, yo, don't be ever fucking disrespecting my daughter. Like, that's my daughter. When you see her, don't speak to her. Like, have respect for her. So long story short, niggas just checked him about his shit. Like, you don't disrespect nobody's family. You don't know who people are. Like, I don't give a fuck who you do that with, because he does this with other girls. But you're not gonna be disrespecting my family like that. So anyways, it wasn't no static. He didn't want no static. No fight happened. He was like, oh, my bad, I'm sorry. I didn't know who that was. Da 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 da. I was drinking. Copping the plea, and like, shit was dead. Like, it was squashed. I didn't never see him again. Like, to this day, I still haven't saw him again. And if I was to see him again, it would still be that timing. I'm not saying nothing to you unless you say something to me. So that completes the story time. I recorded this video to bring awareness to situations like this, because growing up in my community, I constantly dealt with men feeling so entitled to speak to women on the street however they want. Just recently, literally like last week or 2 weeks ago, sometimes I go to the public library to upload. So when I walked out the library, I feel like I can always tell when someone is about to start problems with me. Like, it be written all over their faces and I just feel it. So I already get myself in defense mode to be ready for anything. So once I walked out the library, it was this guy crossing the street and he was looking at me dead in my face. He crossed the street to go speak to another guy that was there. I guess he knew him or whatever. So as he's crossing in front of me, he's staring at me hard. Guys will stare at you until you look at them, and once you look away, they're still looking at you. So it was kind of like that, right? He walked over there to say what's up to someone else, but he stopped his whole conversation to start speaking to me. So here's what he said: "You too pretty to not be smiling. Smile. Why you look like that?" So he said, "Oh, you must be having a bad day. Hope you have a good day. Have a blessed day. No need to be walking around like that." My situation with that guy, where I was going back and forth with him, that was the first time I ever went back and forth with a guy off the street. I usually just let them talk and I stay quiet and I just keep on walking. I don't say anything. But the fact that he called me out my name, that brought me to the point to like, okay, no, like, you're doing entirely too much. So that guy, he didn't call me out my name, so I just kept on walking. But I'm saying this to say that he literally did not know me from anywhere, but yet he felt the need to tell me what I need to do with my face, that I need to smile at him, I need to say hello to him. Why is it that you men feel like girls have to acknowledge y'all? We have to praise y'all like kings. Like, you're not my king, you're not my brother, you're not my father, I don't know you. Why are you so pressed for me to acknowledge you? For me to smile at you? I don't owe you anything. So it just never ends. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, girl to girl, this is why I really don't like to be in the street like that, because I constantly have to deal with guys antagonizing me, with guys provoking me, and they talk to me as if they know me. Guys feel so entitled to speak to women however. They don't have to know you, but they will talk down to you as if you're nothing, as if you're trash. And I feel like that's so fucked up. And this is why I wanted to make this video, to share with you guys my story, to show you guys that I literally had to speak up for myself. Had I not spoken up for myself, and before he got so close to me, told him, "What are you doing? Why are you getting so close to me?" Had I not gotten so loud, had I not called my mom on the phone, had I not taken all those steps, God knows what could have happened to me. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I was fake traumatized, like, for a couple of days, like, just constantly replaying the situation in my head. I felt like, damn, I shouldn't even have went to the bank at that time. I shouldn't even had continued going to the bank once I realized that he was stalking me like prey, you know? But I feel like it's normal for us as women to make mistakes, or for me to had assumed that nothing was gonna happen, because like I said, I do have a good heart and I don't be thinking of the evil. I don't be thinking of like, oh, this evil thing could happen to me. I just be trying to keep my mind on the bright side. And I ain't take that to heart because he didn't know me, but at the same time, it's like, dang, why do you feel like I gotta give you so much respect and you treat me with no respect? Before I end this video, I just want to send a message to all women to let you guys know that never be afraid to speak up. If someone is disrespecting you in the street, if someone is making you feel uncomfortable, get loud. Scream if you have to. Let other people become aware of what's going on. And that's exactly why he didn't go as far, because I got loud and people were watching. All eyes were on him. If you ever realize stuff, people don't have that same heart when all eyes are on them. So you want to get people's attention, you want to get loud, you want to tell them what they're doing. Tell them what you're doing is disrespectful. Give me my space. When situations start to escalate like that, number one, if someone touches you, if someone starts disrespecting you, call your family, call your mom, whoever you're gonna call. Let someone know what's going on. Let them know where you are, and let them know that this person is possibly trying to attack you. That's what you need to do. I pray that the situation doesn't escalate that far. But this is why I wanted to film this video, because I wanted to, you know, be an example for you guys. Yes, it may be scary to speak up, especially to a grown-ass man. If you're a young girl, like, you're scared to talk to a grown man, because it's like, that's a grown-ass man. Like, first of all, I can't fight you. I'm not bigger than you. So already it's like an unfair fight. But don't make yourself lose by not bringing attention, by allowing someone to physically harm you. Don't let it get that far. And also, if you get a vibe that something is off, something isn't right, go with that vibe. For example, how I told y'all, when I first was walking down the block and I seen how he was stalking me, I got that vibe. But I ignored it and I kept on going. Don't ignore your vibe. Believe in it. It's true. So I'd like to end this video here. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, we have a lot of things in common. And I know a lot of other women go through the same things as me, and I want to be a voice for you guys. If you have no one to speak to about things like this, or it could be anything, if you don't have anyone in your life to speak to about sensitive topics, whether you feel like they're not going to take you serious, they're not going to hear you out, I want you guys to know that I am that person for you guys. Please feel free to comment. If you don't want to publicly comment, add me on my social media and send me a personal message. I've been through a lot and I definitely can understand. It was a quote that said, if you realize that people's words are just reflections of their own lives, then you would learn to never take things personally. And this connects to my story, because when you come outside and you deal with ugly people like that, and they try to inflict pain on you by using words that are far from you, don't store that in your brain. Don't store that as something that's factual. It's not a fact. It isn't relevant to you, and they're only saying that because they're shit inside and they want to come out here and make you feel like you're not nothing. So don't believe them, queen. You're beautiful. Realize that before you deny them, they wanted to be your best fucking friend. They wanted to talk to you. But once you show someone that they have no access to you, they cannot faze you, they don't like that, and continue to be that way. If you had any topics in mind that you want to get some advice on, or just simply have a conversation about, then drop that down below. And please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. If you got this far in the video and you watched the full length, I just want to say thank you so much. I appreciate it. Love you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye.